right, testing mics, sound check. Sound check. All right, everybody, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. Welcome, viewers. We're here in the actual Smash Lab, aka the Hot Box at the NugSmasher factory. It's where we design all of these things. I'm here with Anthony and Daniel, and we have an exciting live plan for you guys today. We're, like I said, here in the Hot Box. We're going to do a 14-gram flour extraction on the NugSmasher IQ. It's going to be great. Anthony's got the bags preloaded, and NugSmasher IQ, if you guys don't know about this unit, it's a complete automatic unit, touchscreen. It has a capacitive touchscreen in it. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing today, Anthony, on the IQ, so we know what's coming up here.
Yeah, so I'm going to be pressing 14 grams of motor breath today using two 7-gram bags. So
what's the micron on those bags?
They'll be 90 micron.
90 micron,
yeah.
Okay. And
yeah.
What's the material PSI? 650 is what you're going to do them at?
650.
All right.
I think that's enough pressure, and it's not too much pressure for the surface area we're putting in there. So
well, right on. We look forward to that, and you're going to get started right away with that extraction, right?
Yep.
And guys, what we also have Daniel here. We're doing some testing over here. We have our Spectral analyzer that tests our THC level and THCA content on flour and concentrates and isolate and all kinds of stuff. That's how we know what we're bringing to you is real. What's real and what's not. So there's a lot of myths out there, but we test all of our results going in and out. And we've been doing some flour testing today. So Daniel's with us, and he's going to do some flour testing for us today. And tell us a little bit about that, Daniel.
Sure, yeah. So we're going to test the flour and see if the potency lines up with what they actually put in the package and see how close the actual results are.
Well, right on. Well, that's exciting. Yeah. And guys, lots of giveaways for you today in the Hot Box. As a matter of fact, let's get started with a giveaway. What do you think? Everybody loves a giveaway, right? So a little trivia for you guys. Now remember, guys, you must enter your answers at NugSmasher.com in the chat window. They must have your name, your email, your phone number, so we can notify you of your winnings. And we like to give back to the community in our marketing dollars through giving stuff away. So make sure you tell a friend about tuning in for the lives on Thursday at 2 o'clock right here. But the first giveaway is going to be fill in the blank. And remember, your answer needs to be in the chat window at NugSmasher.com. Fill in this blank. NugSmasher, rosin made blank. NugSmasher, rosin made blank. So that at the chat window, guys, I'm going to send the first 5 people to get the right answer. NugSmasher Canagar kit. You can see Anthony's loading the bags in there. They're loaded with flour already. The NugSmasher Canagar kit for that giveaway. Here it is right here. If you haven't smoked this way, it has our NugPacker Canagar mold in it. It has our glass tips and then our tools. It has the canna sticks and the straws to make the Canagars. It is an amazing way to consume cannabis. You have to give that a try. You can pack your rosin in there and everything else. It's really, really great. So make sure you guys are checking that out. The first 5 people to fill in the blanks at the NugSmasher.com chat window, rosin made blank. NugSmasher, rosin made blank. We actually own a federal trademark on this saying, guys. NugSmasher, rosin made. Enter your answer at NugSmasher.com in the chat window. Now, Anthony, you got both bags loaded. And you're going to do this, I see, 240 seconds extraction, a little longer than normal. That's bitching. Okay, 650 material PSI at 206 degrees. Plates is put into the machine. That's the key everybody's missing. So that surface area measurement of what's between the plates is right down here. You also have a method over here in our master extractor screen to put a custom measurement in. So you can do all sorts of configurations. There's a ramp mode that takes a temperature and a pressure and takes it over a duration of time and ramps it up or down for you. There's a decarb mode, so you can stick a decarb capsule in it and just simply brings it out. The engineers, Daniel right here with us leading the team of those engineers, just absolutely did an amazing job on this unit. We absolutely love it. And Anthony was key in design of this unit too. So we got both the people in this unit, this room, all three of us that really put a lot into this thing, and we love it. And it's selling like hotcakes. So make sure you get yours. And if you're shopping now, use my discount code, Rosin Made Simple. Rosin Made Simple is good at the NugSmasher.com store. Now what Anthony's doing is he's just press start, as you can see, and the machine does the rest of the work, guys. It really comes out. And later for a giveaway, we're going to do guess the weight. Anthony's not going to get the weight of this until the very end of the broadcast. You'll after you get to see this extraction, you'll be able to put your answers in at NugSmasher.com of what the weight is. But the current giveaway we got going right now is fill in the blanks, Rosin Made Blank. Rosin Made Blank at NugSmasher.com at the chat window, guys. Make sure you accompany it with your name, email, and phone number, along with the answer. Rosin Made what? Oh, starting to see some rosin coming out of that, Ant. All right. Just 15 seconds into the extraction, guys. And this is a way that if you want natural, good concentrates and want to know where they're coming from, this is one way to do that. You can see this here. And one of the ways that we could share with, or we do share with the community and communicate with the community on what's a good strain, where did they get it, did they grow it, what happened, so on and so forth. So the results of what you're actually getting, and that's just amazing what's going on right there. But these results of what you're actually getting is we have this thing called Terp files. And Terp files lives on the NugSmasher app, guys, and that's available free of charge to you. It's an amazing tool. You get it on the Apple Store or the Google Store. Download the NugSmasher app today and share your results. You don't have to own a NugSmasher to use it. It's free for all to use. So it's a great tool for the cannabis community, the NugSmasher app. So, and you can see with the IQ how great this is and how easy it is. The product that you get out of it, this solventless rosin, is predominantly, it's about 75 to 80% THCA. Is that correct, Daniel, when we test this? Yes. And then the rest are fats and lipids, and there's a very small amount of THC molecule in it. And remember, this lays in the THCA state until you decarboxylate the molecule and change it into THCA, which we do through smoking typically. But if you're not into smoking, you want to be more into eating, you can decarb it for your food with the NugSmasher decarb capsule and the decarb mode on the NugSmasher IQ. So you guys keep that in mind. It's real easy to decarb that. You don't have to burn the food that otherwise it wouldn't cook long enough to decarb your actual rosin, your THCA.
And the flavor is just so much.
The flavor is just hands down. There's something about a old school pot brownie that I don't like eating weed. I don't,
Yeah.
Some people like that. I get it, guys. That's great. Teach their own. I applaud you, but I don't like tasting it. I like tasting good food with good seasoning, spice. I like everything fresh. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I agree with you, Daniel. It's a wonderful way to cook with the recipes. And you can check out a ton of our recipes on the YouTube channel, right? On our YouTube channel, Chronic Kitchen Recipes, guys. Just amazing. Now, Daniel, this actual flour that Anthony's extracting, you're going to test that for us, correct? That's the actual flour you have over the test?
Yep.
And guys, I want to show you the label on that flour so you know what they're telling us the THCA is in it, or the THC is in it, and everything else. We'll do that right after this, so make sure you stay tuned in here.
Here's the label here. Saying 31.11416.
All right, so tell us about this Spectral analyzer. Now, this is the same type of testing machine that like the DEA uses in the post office, and that, right, to test what comes in the mail from China, fentanyl and all that sort of stuff, right?
Exactly
so,
right, yeah.
Okay, so, and we've been using this for quite a while, or what's the deal?
Quite some time, actually. A number of years. I'd say about 4 or 5 years. At this point.
Yeah, there's some glitches with the machine, but overall it gives us really good results that we can rely on, really accurate results. So we love to use the machine. It wasn't a cheap investment for us to have that information for you guys, but what do we do? So there's a different process for concentrates as there will be for flour, right? So we're starting with the actual flour here. This is what we got, what Anthony just extracted, right?
Exactly, yes. So for the process of testing flour, I'm going to grind it up using this special grinder here that has certain consistency that the machine's looking for, basically. And then we'll calibrate the machine, and it'll hit it with light, analyze that picture that it gets back, and then compare that to other samples it has in its database to be able to get you the percentage of THC, basically, is how this works.
I really want to show you guys this whole process. It's really exciting to see. So thank you, Daniel, for sharing this with us. And as you can see, Anthony's over here collecting. And guys, you're going to be guessing the weight, and you can do it now. We could start that now. The winner of the guess the weight of this extraction is going to win a mini, NugSmasher Mini. So I'm giving away a free NugSmasher Mini. You can guess the weight. It's going to be at the end of this live that we actually announce the winner. So you have another 15, 20 minutes to go ahead and go on to NugSmasher.com and enter your answer, guess the weight. And it's going to be in grams, guys. So it's going to be in either 4 or 3 digits with a decimal and then 2 digits after it. So in grams, for example, 3.21 grams. Or another example, 9.62 grams. That's the answer that we're looking for from you guys. Guess the weight. It was 14 grams of flour. And the same flour that Daniel's testing here. So you're going to get a lot of information. You don't necessarily need to go on there now and do it. So we're going to give you more information because we're testing this flour, and you can learn a lot about that in terms of what the yield is going to be, the actual test of the THC level in the flour. So think about this, what the guess the weight's going to be on the collection that Anthony's doing over here, 14 grams of that flour. And the winner of that's going to win a NugSmasher Mini. It's going to be at the end of the contest. You need to go to NugSmasher.com into the chat window and enter your answer. Enter to win a NugSmasher Mini. How about that shit, Daniel?
Yeah,
That ain't bad, right? So he's cleaning the machine off and calibrating it with alcohol. He's got gloves on. He's got the cannabis. It's linked to this screen over here.
Using this screen here.
Okay.
Control, but it's still the same.
It's this control. Okay.
Yep. There's a black calibration where it checks to see the black levels, and it's going to do a white calibration as well.
Sure.
There's a specialized puck that we use for this that has
A little tool that calibrates it. Okay.
On there.
Got it. So this all works through light, guys. It takes this real high definition picture and puts lights through the molecule of what's in here. That's a spectral analyzer, and identifies the actual molecules it's in whatever it is it's analyzing, and tells you what that is. So it works off light. That's why it's got to be calibrated like this. It has all these little special tools and whatnot. That's why the cannabis has to be ground, or the hemp. It measures that too. It has to be ground to an exact science through a special grinder. So he's basically measuring the sample and what type.
What kind of different tests you can do as well.
Sure.
It always changes the results, so you want to make sure you have the right choice in here when you're doing this.
Sure.
They're all different.
You can see we've just tested hundreds and hundreds of different things, strains and whatnot. How's it going over there, Anthony?
Good. I know the weight.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, no. So Anthony, I guess, weighed it off the camera. He knows the weight, he says. But don't worry, guys. We'll weigh it again for you. Did you tear the parchment off the scale?
I did.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, I'm just flattening it now.
Yeah. Tease us a little. Is it a good weight? Or is
it's
it
a good weight.
It is?
Yeah.
It's a good result?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked pretty good.
I don't want to
coming
say
off the
anything
IQ.
too much. So.
Yeah.
So for the bud, this goes in this little container here. Basically, I'll show you. It goes in the top of this. We're going to fill it up all the way and make sure there's no light coming through. It's all going to be hitting the material. That way we're measuring everything properly. So I need to get on this side real quick.
Okay, we're all standing around crowding him. It's pretty cool to see this every time. So he puts consistency of the flour in there, and then it covers this light analyzer window. And I think you press. There's a plunger that you press it down evenly, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, there's a plunger right, this cap right here.
So he fills it to the top. You try to get it even as you can. Is that what's going on? Sorry
I'll
about
do
that.
the press first. And I'll double check and make sure it doesn't have any major holes or anything like that.
Sure.
This does a pretty good job of pressing it. Nice little puck though.
Sure.
You can see down in there, It's just the
Yep.
kind of the pre-pressed wheat at this point. Okay, so go ahead and cover that up now.
Okay. This thing's pretty cool. It tells you the next step and everything on here, so it walks you right through it. But this is going to be interesting to see. So this was it's guess the yield percentage. So that's actually a lot lower than we've seen out of that,
is,
right?
yeah.
So depending on what nug you get and everything else, guys, it gets you pretty close. But we typically do this 3 times and then take a sampling. The other 2 had been over 30%, so
Yes.
he might have ground a nug up that was close to a seed or a stem or something like that. There's not as many molecules in it because it's a small sampling. We typically always do this 3 times, especially if we get a reading that we don't think's super right.
Sure.
But it'll tell us the THC level, A level. It'll tell you the delta 9 level, the total THC, and I would suggest that this is probably higher than we're getting tested on this one. We'd definitely run another run to see what it is.
I think so, yeah.
So that we knew what that was. And why don't we do that? You want to do that
I
for
do.
him?
I do.
Yeah. So let's run another run and we'll see what that is because it has been tested over 30%. It usually correlates really close to our extractions.
Mm-hmm.
So, which brings us to, there's a lot of strains, and I'm not calling anybody any liars out here or anything else, but there's a lot of strains that we have and we've tested that have measured quite a bit different than the label says. So that seems to be a common thing that's happening out there, but and a lot of times we test it and it's exactly right on. Like this strain, I'm not suggesting that anything funny is going on there because the strain typically tests out 30%. It usually yields somewhere in that area, and he's going to do another test, so we'll actually see there. The one that we did earlier this morning, actually we did 2 that were greater than 30. So anyhow. Guys, I have another trivia for you guys, NugSmasher trivia giveaway, and I'm going to give $50 store credits out to you guys for the first person to go to NugSmasher.com and enter the established date of the brand of NugSmasher. What was the year that NugSmasher was established? So go over to the NugSmasher.com. NugSmasher.com, and camera guy's smiling at me. I don't know why. Go over to NugSmasher.com on the chat window and type in your answer. What year was NugSmasher established? And you can win a $50 store credit at NugSmasher.com. And so what do we have over here? So that's the guess the weight return over there, Anthony.
Yep.
It's pretty fat, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. And what do we have over here, Anthony? This is the gravity bong, right?
Oh, yeah.
And what's the name? What do we name this thing?
The knockout.
This is the knockout gravity bong. Let me put you a piece in here.
Sure.
And it's been quite amazing. We've been dabbing off it. It's a 5 gallon each side, so 10 total gallons. 5 gallons of air, 5 gallons of filtration. It turns over with these brass knuckles handles that has this whole gear mechanism that turns all of that weight over, real simple and easy. It has a 4-person manifold on the back side, so you see there's 4 individual hookah hoses, if you will, on that. But we've been dropping rosin in it, and it's been absolutely amazing. Some of the smoothest, cleanest dabs I've had is right off this thing, but it really does all the work for you. It just blows it into your filtered goods into your lungs. And it's called the Knockout NugSmasher Gravity Bong. So you can see more about that or learn more about it at NugSmasher.com. But I think Anthony's you gonna drop a half a gram in there for us?
Yeah, I'm weighing that out right
Okay,
now.
so he's over here weighing some rosin out, and that's not the one that we actually just extracted, guys. It's some different stuff.
Well, that's over there on the touch.
Yeah, he's weighing that out. He's gonna get us a half gram or so, and we're gonna heat this bad boy up and let it rip, huh, Anthony? You want me to get started heating it up while you're doing that?
Sure.
We got an e-nail in design for this thing, guys, but for the time being, we just use a regular old torch to heat the banger up. And I have a terpometer here. I'll drop a terp pearl in this thing. I got this terpometer here, so it'll tell me what the actual temperature is.
Do you want me to try to snake this rosin, or do you want?
Nah, just drop it in like that. Pretty buttery, right? It'd be hard to snake.
Yeah. Be easier than the sappy stuff we were working with the other time.
And this thing's really good, guys. So you never take a hot rip off a banger. You can really take the right rip off it. So it tells you the temp. It's a Terp pearl in there. Dirty Terp pearl, but a Terp pearl. And then we should be good to go once we're at about, we're gonna hit this a little hotter than we normally do. Okay, so let me heat that up just a little bit. Because this thing takes such a huge dab, when you get a half gram, hits it right off the get, it cools it right down. So we're gonna hit it about 650. We'll turn the water over and start filtering it. And Daniel, you're testing that stuff again, right?
Yes.
You're going through all the processes, grinding everything. Okay, cool. Anytime you get a false reading, you want to go back and see, you know, when you think it's a little more, you want to go back and see what the hell it exactly is. So I hope everybody's entering their answer for this free NugSmasher Mini at NugSmasher.com. Guess the weight of the rosin that Anthony smashed over there. It's a in grams. Make sure you add 2 decimal points on your numbers there. Enter your answer at NugSmasher.com in the chat window, guys. How hot is that fucking thing?
We're at 660.
Okay. You want me to turn it?
650, yeah.
And guys, you just kind of turn this thing like this, and it, boom, turns it over. Has really bitchin'. These gears, just this lever quick releases for cleaning, so it's really bitchin'. Basically, you drop it in there, you cap it, and it starts, you know, filling. It'll get this pearl moving and whatnot like it is, and it starts filling this thing up with your dab. You see this? So all your dab's going up here right now. It's absolutely amazing piece, to be honest. And, you know, him and I could sit here, first couple of us, take a half gram, and we're sucking on the thing for the next 25 minutes or so. We turned it over 10, 15 times, right?
Yeah.
You know, so it's really clean. It's not stale smoke at all. It's really clean, filtered, good smoke. So we're really happy with the performance of this thing. Super happy with this thing. Oh. So you can see there's nothing coming out of our tubes yet. But when you flip that over, game's on. Game over. It's fucking woo!
Oh, yeah.
Is there a lot left in there, or did that pretty much do it all?
Oh, there's a little bit left.
Is there? Okay,
Yeah.
let's see if when we turn it, it gets that, or if it...
I could probably hit it with the torch.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We got an e-nail in design, like I said, for this, guys, that will keep the bowl warm. And we got some special glass coming for this, too. So it'll be neat to see. But all you do is, you know, you're chilling here. You let that do the dab for you. Take the rip, filter it all out, and then you just turn the thing back over. And what'll start happening, you can see. It just starts, you know, starts feeding you. It's on. So, thing's a great way to rip through half a gram or so. And how you doing over there, Daniel?
Just going through the process here.
All right.
Seems like I got a very similar result.
Okay. So there you go, guys. There you have it. So anytime you think it's a little lighter than what you think, you do a couple, 3 different grinds, you know, different samplings, make sure you're accurate. We have. So do we get some correct answers for? Do we get a bunch of entries for the weight on the gram out? And we know what that is, right, Anthony? We can throw that on the scale. It's tore off the scale. So let's go ahead and throw that on the scale, guys. I hope you got all your answers in there for the how much that is in weight. It was 14 grams of flour in the NugSmasher IQ. It looks like it's beautiful material. It's really thick. So, and he's tore the parchment that it's in already off the scale. And dun da 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 for a free mini. And hopefully customer service could tell us who the winner is here before the end of this. Holy shit. That's just amazing. How you doing, Anthony? You okay?
Yeah. I'm just going to try to find my phone and put it into Terp files. Oh, found it.
So there you have it, guys. 4.2, what are we going to call it officially? Sorry, guys, I'm ripping this fucking gravity bong. Holy hell. So So officially, we're going to call this 4.25 grams. 4.25 grams. It's a quarter. 4.25 grams for the free mini. Customer service, who's the closest to that? We'd like to announce it on our live special here before we go any further, if we can, before we end. Guys, make sure you're following us on social media. All the social media, we're out there under NugSmasher. And like, subscribe, tell a friend for God's sakes. Hope you really enjoyed our live special, showing a little bit about our products and how they work, showing how we test things and get to the bottom of, specific stuff that we're doing, whatever we're doing, investigating and scientifically looking after, right? And really appreciate you enjoying us doing, watching us do the extraction on the NugSmasher IQ and the gravity bong, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Now, let me look over my list, make sure I'm not missing anything for you guys. I know we had some winners of some great products today, so congratulations to you. And I'm looking for customer service. Maybe you can help me with who the winner is on the Mini, on Guess the Weight. Yep, go ahead. What was the last name again?
Blackmon.
Justin what?
Blackmon.
Justin Blackmon. Is that correct, Cody? Justin Blackmon? And you've emailed him to let him know he won the NugSmasher Mini. Free shipping in the continental United States. Justin, if you're outside of that, we'll help you with a discount on it. Make sure it gets to you. But enjoy your new Mini. And I'm not only going to send you a Mini, I'm going to send you a Mini Basic Bundle. So you have everything you need to get it on and get going other than parchment and flour. So that's what you got. Thank you, Cody, for that. Appreciate what you do over there. And speaking of Cody over there in customer service, guys, 7-day-a-week customer service here at the actual factory where we make and design all these machines and all the parts for the machines right here in the factory. Our customer service is. So make sure if you need help on anything, a purchase or financing that we offer, anything like that, you're reaching out to customer service. You can reach them on the phone at 928-852-7489. Or you can reach them at the NugSmasher.com chat window. That's right where they are, 7 days a week, helping you out. So if you guys need anything in regards to help with anything, a unit or anything else, an upgrade or anything you have. Oh, and important news flash, you guys. We now are taking upgrades on non-NugSmasher units. So if you can believe it. So we are now taking your unit in upgrade if it's a non-NugSmasher unit. I don't know if you know about our upgrades, but we have an upgrade program, have since the inception of NugSmasher. We're really close. Back in 2015, that we give you 80% of the retail marked value at NugSmasher.com for your machine towards an upgrade purchase. So that's a very popular program. Customers love that program. So we're now giving you, not 80%, but we're giving you an upgrade program on non-NugSmasher units. So if you have a non-NugSmasher and you want to use it towards an upgrade, you can reach out to customer service. They can help you do that. So you're still ripping that thing. How is it? So the gravity bong, guys, it's knockout. They name it knockout. We named it knockout for a reason, right?
Yes.
So anyway, until next time, guys, Facebook, YouTube, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate your support of our products, all made in America. NugSmasher.com and authorized dealers. Until next time.